That's working fine. Yeah, I like the directly onto the cable. I think that is a bit of a shame. Hello and welcome to another NihongoGamer video. As you know, on this channel, I absolutely love arcade sticks, including this really loud Hori Hayabusa arcade stick. Now, I bought this one for the Switch. I've also got one for the PS3, PS4, and PC. But I then recently bought one of these arcade sticks by Mad Catz, or Tournament Edition 2 Plus arcade stick, and I just put some different buttons on it. It's quite a lot quieter. On the Hayabusa stick, it's actually got what they call the Hayabusa stick and the Hayabusa buttons, which sound different, feel different, and play differently to having the Sanwa stuff. I bought it new, but it feels like it was pre-owned. The stick feels a little bit loose, but today we've got something really exciting to unbox. Lo and behold, this is the Razer it's upside down. As this always happens. This is the Razer Panthera or Panthera arcade stick. Mad Catz, although they are still a company, they no longer make arcade sticks, and maybe they will in the future, but for now it looks like they're sticking with keyboards and mice. They don't seem to have a successor to this arcade stick. So there's one thing that's a problem, and actually you can go and buy second-party cables, but they don't sell this cable officially. You can't go and buy a Mad Catz replacement USB cable, and you can actually detach this by unscrewing it here. So thinking about future-proofing and all that, and also just because I like to have arcade sticks and I just like to bring them places and have as many so I can just leave some at home and have some to go out and about with, I thought I'd go and try out this Razer Panthera arcade stick, designed for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3, but I believe there is a driver that you can download on the computer to make this work with X input. I'm not really sure. So here's a nice close look at the front of the box. This is the stick. It's probably not going to be much different to the Mad Catz Tournament Edition 2 Plus. There's some pictures on the back here. You can replace all the parts. It's easy to open. I don't even think you can buy the cable separately. You have to like call them and say yours is broken. Otherwise they won't send you a new one. Again, I don't know why arcade stick manufacturers haven't got on the whole just make replaceable parts for your products thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and open it out of the box. Ah! Didn't like the sound of that. Open up this. Now you gotta take it out of here. Oh, I feel like I got a paper cut on my wrist. So, check that over there. Even the box on the inside has also got that same Razer logo. Ooh, getting more and more exciting. It's like playing Pass the Parcel. I don't know if you played this as kids, but you would pass a parcel around, and every time the music stopped, you'd pull off one layer. Now I'm going into the third layer. Like, when am I? Oh, there it is. Yes. I did not mean to wear that. I was gonna chuck it over. I like the size of this. This is nice and compact. Let's get it out of this plastic prison. It's like opening an Apple product. This is the most, I don't know what the word is, luxurious box opening experience I've had for an arcade stick. It has a really nice grippy surface all over the bottom. All over the bottom of the stick. So it's not going to slip. If you put it on a table, probably not going to slip. No, it's not going to slip off your lap. Welcome to the cult of Razer. I've finally been accepted into a cult. The cult of Razer. I wonder how many YouTubers have said exactly the same thing. Oh, you're gonna like this. All over the bottom. Check this out, you can open it like this. What? It's got like a pneumatic pump that makes sure it stays up. I really like that. Inside, obviously, you've got cables. Oh, this is interesting. Was not expecting this because I didn't read the packaging properly, but you get a Korean style or American style bat top that you can replace in case you don't like the ball top lever on the stick. There is obviously the USB cable. That's important. Let's see, how long is this? Oh, it's braided as well. This is nice. So that's about a 3-meter cable. That's about as much length as you get if you're wondering how much. I'm gonna throw that over there. Gonna close it back up. Does it have a satisfying click? Oh yeah. So satisfying today. All over the bottom. Obviously there is a touchpad, so if you like to play PS4 games that need swipes left or swipes right to go through navigations and menus and stuff, it does have a proper pad for the PS4 here. Or one thing that I don't like about this stick, which is different to the Mad Catz, is you can see that there's actually the plug on the back of here, but it's slightly recessed on the Mad Catz one. If something bumps on the front here, it doesn't hit the actual cable itself, it hits this part first. Feels good so far. Let's try the buttons. Oh yeah. Standard Sanwa feel. Nice and grippy. Maybe that's because they're new and they don't have any finger oils on them yet. Now this is something I like about the Razer stick and the Mad Catz stick, is they've got this button that locks all the buttons. So if you make sure that it's locked, then you're not going to accidentally press the PS button and go to the home screen when you're in the middle of a fight, something important like that. You want it to make sure that you can't accidentally press these, you know, these menu buttons that pause the game. You've got your L3 button, your R3 button, your touchpad, and actually, there's still buttons here on the side. The options button and the share button. It's important that it's here on the side so you don't accidentally bump it while you're fighting. You'd actually have to like shove someone next to you to accidentally press the start and options button, but you're very unlikely to press this button by accident. So that's the unboxing of the stick, but we're going to go straight into Street Fighter, check out how it feels to play, how it compares to the Mad Catz stick. So here we go, let's plug it in. I'm really happy with the look of this, even got a little light up Razer logo here. It is one massive shame that you cannot replace the artwork in here. Ooh. Oh, it feels newer, it feels clickier. Just try and compare it with this stick for a moment. Yeah, this one feels a bit looser, like it's not, you can see it's not returning as quickly. Okay, it's not a whole lot different. Maybe this felt different when it was brand new, but it feels like I bought it pre-owned even though I've tried to buy it brand new. This stick just feels a little clicker, but obviously this is an easy thing to replace. Alright, let's go into a stage, and let's just stick with a character that we've been using for a while. Yeah, it's probably just the finger oils. Having nice new buttons, it feels grippier. Interesting. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's got a little bit more resistance, and that's probably just because it's brand new. Then again, I might actually just switch to a completely different brand stick if I want to get one that just has a bit more resistance, but you know, I'll think about that in the future. For now, this feels, obviously, totally as fast as you need it to be. If this is your first stick and you're not really picky about that sort of thing, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Alright, so just whack that on the side to go into options. That's working fine. Yeah, I like the feel of it. It feels good. Honestly, it feels very, very similar to this stick over here. Let's just switch over, just see if they've got any sudden different feelings. Interesting. I am much more used to this because I got used to the loose feel of this stick. I think it's just a bit older. So definitely when you buy a new stick, it'll take a bit of adjusting to, because now I'm really, really used to just the feel of the buttons that I've already worn in. But this feels nice and precise. But it does work. Nice. Now, in terms of size, I'll just show you quickly if I put the Mad Catz on top of it. It is almost identical from the right side to the left side. I would say that the Mad Catz is literally 1 millimeter wider than the Panthera stick, rather. Ooh, you can't do that. It'll bring up share menus and all that sort of stuff. Now, since it's the same size as the Mad Catz, you can see that pretty much I've got my legs this far apart and I can still rest it on here quite carefully, comfortably, and obviously my legs just a little bit. If I want it to be directly under the stick, I need to have my legs a little more straightforward like this, but if I have them nice and relaxed and out like this, it does sit here perfectly, no problem. Obviously, the most comfortable one, now the one that I don't like the size of because I think it's a little bit too unnecessarily bulky, is this RAP Hayabusa, and because this one is the longest, you can actually have your legs out and it kind of actually, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? Just because of this overhang, it looks like it's longer, and maybe they just don't use as much space here to here. But actually, it's about the same. It's about the same width. If I just leave my legs here and put this stick back on my lap. Oh my goodness. This whole time I was thinking that the Hayabusa was slightly longer, maybe just because I was looking at it and I just haven't been using it as often as much. But now, I'm just realized that actually this is not much narrower in length than the Hayabusa stick. Very interesting. Feels exactly as I would expect. Honestly, it's almost identical to the Mad Catz Tournament Edition 2 Plus, a stick that I used to use and still very much plan to continue using. For people who don't want to sort out their own stick, you know, and open it up and play around with the insides themselves, it is nice to know that this company is still in business and still making this stick, whereas Mad Catz even though they are still in business and they've kind of restarted themselves up and running again, they are not really making this stick anymore, so getting service for this stick is going to be a little bit more difficult. This is pretty much the same price as this. In Japan, this was 27,000 yen, which is something like $270. Maybe it's a bit less, maybe it's a bit more, but it's around that much money. And you get pretty much the exact same product, but with the added peace of mind that you could call up Razer and hopefully get it sorted out for you if you're not interested in playing with the insides. Now, I think this is actually one of the main reasons you would buy a stick like this, is so that you can quickly open it. If this is what you were looking for, the Mad Catz, and you want one that's kind of, you know, currently still supported, here it is. One minor grievance is that this cable does jut out quite a lot, so if anyone if you bump it against the table, it is going to take that impact directly onto the cable. I think that is a bit of a shame in terms of design. I do prefer the design of the Mad Catz. Honestly, my ideal stick would be if Mad Catz still made the Tournament Edition 2 Plus, but we don't have it anymore. Well, they're not making it anymore, so this is the next best thing. It looks like the stick and the buttons are as close together as they are on the Mad Catz. It's the same standard sort of Vuelix layout that you're probably used to from the arcade cabinets if you've played, you know, SF4 or anything like that. Alright, that is pretty much it. I might do a more in-depth comparison, especially if you've got questions, you want to know what the difference is between the Hayabusa, the RAP, the Hori stick, the Mad Catz Tournament Edition 2 Plus, and the Razer Panthera. If you've got specific questions that I haven't addressed, honestly, I was just going to unbox it so I could get it out of the box, make this video, and then just get straight back into playing with it. Obviously, I think my opinion will probably change over time. I may realize, oh, I don't like this, or I love this, or certain things about this may change over the course of the following week. So I'm definitely going to be testing it more. And if you've got any specific questions, let me know in the comment section below. And until the next NihongoGamer video, please subscribe to the channel for more of whatever this is. I'm enjoying doing it. Hopefully you're enjoying watching it. So subscribe for more of it. And I'll see you in the next NihongoGamer video. Bottom.